I start? Okay. Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. I'd like to call this organization meeting of the Kenilworth Board of Education to order. Adequate notice of this special meeting of the Kenilworth Board of Education has been provided to the Home News Tribune, the Union County local source, the Star Ledger, on January 20th, 2022. A copy has been filed with the Kenilworth Borough Clerk, posted in the Board of Education Business Office, the Harding School, the David Brearley School, and the Kenilworth Borough Hall, as is provided by the Open Public Meetings Act. The purpose of this meeting is to organize the Kenilworth Board of Education for the 2023 organizational year in accordance with statute and Kenilworth Board of Education Policy 0151. Would you please stand to salute the flag?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Next up, I'd like to read the certification of newly elected board members. I, Vincent Ganella, Secretary of the School District of the Borough of Kenilworth, County of Union, State of New Jersey, do hereby certify that the following named persons received the highest number of votes and were duly elected as members of the Board of Education of the School District of the Borough of Kenilworth, County of Union, New Jersey, at the school election held November 8th, 2022, in the Borough of Kenilworth, to wit, three-year terms expiring December 31st, 2025. Robert Biner, John Ferrara, and Anthony Ladotti. And I do further certify that Robert Biner, John Ferrara, and Anthony Ladotti were elected for the terms set forth. I will now administer the oath of office to the individuals.
Do you want me to take pictures for you?
Sure. Start off with Mr. Biner.
This is extra.
Okay. I state your name. Yes. Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Robert Biner,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United
that
States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and this state
and this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
I state your name.
I, Robert Biner,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications
that I possess the qualifications
prescribed by law
prescribed by law
for the office of member
for the office of a member
of Board of Education,
of Board of Education.
and that I am not disqualified
I am not disqualified
as a voter
as a voter
pursuant to
pursuant to
RS
RS
1941,
19401.
nor disqualified due to conviction of a crime
Nor disqualified due to conviction of a crime
or offense listed in
or offense listed in
NJSA
NJSA
18A 12-1,
18A 12-1,
and that I will faithfully,
and I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly perform
impartially, and justly perform
all the duties of that office
all the duties of the office
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Biner. Here, let me get you to sign this. You have a pen there? Okay. John, you want us to wait to see if your wife comes back?
No, my daughter's acting up. So.
Oh, okay. You sure?
Come in, just so she
You sure?
can- Yeah,
You know,
come
let's
in.
Anthony,
It's
why
not
don't you
bothering anybody.
Anthony, why don't you come up? You will go. We won't go. We'll skip alphabetically, and then we'll. Well, you stand over there. Stand over here.
Go get her.
Yeah. Okay. Please raise your hand. I state your name.
I, Anthony Ladotti,
Do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support
that I
the Constitution of the United States
Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and this state
and this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
I state your name,
I, Anthony Lozati,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I possess the
that
qualifications
I possess the qualifications
prescribed by law
prescribed by law
for the office of a member
for the office of a member
of a Board of Education,
Board of Education,
and that I am not disqualified
and that I am not disqualified
as a voter
as a voter
pursuant to
pursuant to
RS
RS
19-41,
19-41,
nor disqualified
you are disqualified
due to a conviction of a crime
due to a conviction of a crime
or offense listed in
or an offense listed in
NJSA
NJSA
18A 12-1,
18A 12-1,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly perform
impartially, and justly perform
all the duties of that
all
office
the duties of that office
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my abilities,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. Okay. There, you can sign that for me. Okay. Mr. Farrar, would you please come up? All right. Yay. All right. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, John Ferrer,
Do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
and that I will bear true faith
I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and this state
this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people.
so help me God.
So help me God.
I state your name,
I, John Ferrer,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications
that I possess the qualifications
prescribed by law
prescribed by law
for the office of a member
by the office of a member
of a Board of Education,
of the Board of Education.
and that I am not disqualified
I'm not disqualified
as a voter
as a voter
pursuant to
pursuant to
RS
RS
19-4-1,
19-4-1,
nor disqualified
nor disqualified
due to the conviction of a crime.
or in
I am not disqualified due to the conviction of a crime
convictions to a crime
or offense
or offense
listed in
listed in
NJSA
NJSA
18A
18A
12-1,
12-1.
and that I will faithfully,
I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly perform
impartially, and justly perform
all the duties of that office
all the duties of that office
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Good. There you go. Sure, sure.
I'll stand in the background.
Stay on end.
I don't care if Bob is.
All right, congratulations. Put that back there.
Here's all the paperwork.
All right. Next up is roll call. Biner.
Here.
David.
Here.
Drogan. Ferrara.
Here.
Habather.
Here.
Ladati. Panici.
Here.
Tiers.
Here.
Zimmerman.
Here.
We do have a quorum. Okay, next up on our list of items this evening is nominations for presidents. Nominations are now open for president. Once nominations are closed, I will call for a vote on each of the nominations in the order that they were nominated. As soon as one of the nominees has received a majority vote, I will declare the individual elected. Do I hear any nominations for president?
I'll nominate for
Is there a second?
Second.
I think I heard Ryan first, so I'm going to go with that. Are there any additional nominations for president? No. Hearing none. May I have a motion to close the nominations for president?
Motion.
Okay, motion made by Mrs. Tiers, seconded? Mr. Ladati. All those in favor of closing nominations signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Nominations for president are now closed. There's only one nomination, but we will do roll call for that nomination. It's for Dr. Panici for president of the Board of Education. Biner.
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Ferrara.
Yes.
Habather.
Yes.
Ladati.
Yes.
Panici.
Yes.
Tiers.
Yes.
Zimmerman.
Sure.
Okay, motion carries. Congratulations, Dr. Panici.
Thank you. Continue to work hard, promise.
Okay. Do you want to make a statement now, or?
Well, thank you to everyone, and, thank you to you and Kyle and everybody that supports us, and I will continue to support him in the work of the district, work hard to do what's good for our students, and I appreciate everyone's support. We have a great group, and, everyone's here because they want to do things for the students, and, that's, I think, everyone's goal. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, Madam President, would you like me to run through the nominations for
Wonderful.
Vice President?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Can you do the rest of the meeting?
Sure. Nominations are now open for Vice President. Is there a
I'd nominate Ryan Haberther.
Okay. By Nancy, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, are there any additional nominations for Vice President?
Nominate Greg David.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, are there any additional nominations for Vice President? Hearing none, is there a motion to close nominations for Vice President?
Motion closed.
Second?
Second.
All in favor of closing nominations for Vice President?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. I will now vote, I will now go through the vote. First nomination was for Mr. Habather. Biner.
No.
David.
No.
Ferrara.
No.
Habather.
Yes.
Ladati.
No.
Panici.
No.
Tiers.
No.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
Okay. Only receiving 2 votes. We haven't received the majority, so I will move on to the nominations of Mr. David for Vice President. This is for nomination for Mr. David. Mr. Biner.
Yes.
Mr. David.
Yes.
Ferrara.
Yes.
Habather.
No.
Ladati.
Yes.
Panici.
Yes.
Tiers.
Yes.
Zimmerman.
No.
Okay, motion, having received the required majority of the vote, I declare Mr. David Vice President. Congratulations, Mr. David.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Do you want to review committees now, or what your intentions are for committees?
Well, the same as last year, everyone just kind of emailed and said what they would be interested in, and then, we went from there. So if everyone wants to do the same thing, most people said they wanted to stay on their committees if everybody's okay, and they're good with their committee, so they want to email me later any changes. And then last year, the year before, I looked through it and kind of everybody was okay with where they were. And if they're fine with that, then we'll leave it. Or if, I know that John is new, and we have to maybe put some new, put him in some places. So if everyone is good with what they want, just email me or.
Or send you a little piece of paper.
Yes, thank you. And then I'll look through, and then I'll send everything to Vincent, like usually I send it to him and Kyle to review, and then he sends it to everybody, because we have to put the positions Mark had and what he chaired and stuff. So if you have anything that you're interested in, not interested, just email me if there's any changes, and then we'll get everything to everyone by Friday. I know you're busy tomorrow.
Yeah, Friday's
But-
Friday's
but then-
a good day.
Okay, then we'll email
yeah.
it to everybody if that's okay.
Yep.
Okay. Good, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, it's now time for our annual ethics presentation.
Fine.
I would think that by now I'm like excused from this one, no?
I know.
Does the law say that you have to read through it, like you have to present?
You know, we have to review it. It takes me about
Yeah. No, I.
10 minutes to do,
Good.
so
Just
we're
say
trying
enough
to,
say we
you
have to
know,
say.
you've all received a copy of this. Most of you have already gone through the training at least once, most of you multiple times. And we are a very ethical group of people, so we've never really had too many issues, which is, you know, not as uncommon as you'd think. There are a lot of boards who do get into some sticky situations, so you should be proud of the fact that you do take the ethics portion of your board obligation seriously. So this training is to be used to satisfy the board's annual ethics training requirement under statute and code. It does not replace the individual ethics that you're required to do as new board members, which Mr. Farrar will be doing soon, and it's not intended as a legal advice. So if we have specific legal advice, we should talk to our board attorney, Mr. Gagliardi. Go a lot quicker if they worked. Okay, so tonight we'll be discussing the Code of Ethics and the School Ethics Act. And we adopt policies on an annual basis and procedures regarding the training of district members to understand the Code of Ethics. And we provide documentation to each member of the district. Board of Education has received the Code of Ethics, which you have in your packets, with an acknowledgement. If you could sign that acknowledgement, if you haven't already, and get it back to me, that acknowledges that you have received the Code of Ethics and have reviewed them. So the Code of Ethics, I will uphold and enforce all laws, rules, regulations, and of the State Board of Education. Court orders pertaining to schools. Desired changes shall be brought about only through legal and ethical procedures. I will make decisions in terms of educational welfare of children and will seek to develop and maintain public schools that meet the individual needs of all children, regardless of their ability, race, creed, sex, or social standing. I will confine my board action to policymaking, planning, and appraisal, and I will help to frame policies and plans only after the board has consulted those who will be affected by them. I will carry out my responsibility not to administer the schools, but together with my fellow board members, see that they are well run. I will recognize that the authority rests with the Board of Education and will make no personal promises nor take any private action that may compromise the board. I will refuse to surrender my independent judgment to special interests or partisan political groups, or to the use of schools for personal gain or for the gain of my friends. I will hold confidential all matters pertaining to the schools which, if disclosed, would needlessly injure individuals or the schools. In all other matters, I will provide accurate information and, in concert with my fellow board members, interpret to the staff the aspirations of the community for a school, for its schools. I will vote to appoint the best qualified personnel available after consideration of the recommendation of the Chief Administrative Officer. I will support and protect school personnel in proper performance of their duties. I will refer all complaints to the Chief Administrative Officer and will act on the complaints at the public meeting only after the failure of an administrative solution. So that was the Code of Ethics. Now we will go over the School Ethics Act according to a statute. No school officer or member of his immediate family shall have an interest in a business organization or engage in any business transaction or professional activity which is in substantial conflict with the proper discharge of his duties in the public interest. No school official shall use his attempt to use his official position to secure unwarranted privileges, advantages, or employment for himself, members of his immediate family, or others. No school official shall act in his official capacity in any matter where he, a member of his immediate family or a business organization in which he has an interest, has a direct or indirect financial involvement that might reasonably be expected to impair his objectivity or independence of judgment. No school official shall act in his official capacity in a matter where he or a member of his immediate family has a personal involvement that is or creates some benefit to the school official or member of his immediate family. No school official shall undertake any employment or service, whether compensated or not, which might reasonably be expected to prejudice his independence of judgment in the exercise of his duties. No school official or member of his immediate family or business organization in which he has an interest shall solicit or accept any gifts, favor, loan, political contribution, service, promise of future employment, or anything of value based upon his understanding that the gift, favor, loan, contribution, service, promise, or anything of value was given or offered for the purpose of influencing him, directly or indirectly, in the discharge of his official duties. This provision shall not apply to the solicitation of acceptance of contributions to the campaign of an announced candidate for elective public office if the school official has no knowledge or reason to believe that the campaign contribution, if accepted, was given with the intent to influence the school official in the discharge of his official duties. No school official shall be allowed to use his public office or employment or any other information not generally available to the members of the public which he receives or requires in the course of and by reason of his office or employment for the purpose of securing financial gain for himself, any member of his immediate family, or any business organization which he is associated. No school official or business organization in which he has an interest shall represent any person or party other than the school board or school district in connection with any cause, proceeding, application, or other matter pending before the school district in which he serves, or in any proceeding involving the school district in which he serves. This provision shall not be deemed to prohibit representation within the context of an official labor union or similar representational responsibilities. No school official shall be deemed in conflict with these provisions if any reason of his participation in any any matter required to be voted upon, no material or monetary gain accrues to him as a member of any business, profession, occupation, or group to any greater extent than any gain could reasonably be expected to accrue to any member of that business, profession, occupation, or group. No elected member shall be prohibited from making any inquiry for information on behalf of a constituent if no fee, reward, or other thing of value is promised to, given or accepted by the member or a member of his immediate family, whether directly or indirectly in return thereof. Nothing shall prohibit any school official or members of his immediate family from representing himself or themselves in negotiations or proceedings concerning him, his, or their own interests. So, we know that certain times that there's opportunities where there might be a conflict. You might see something on the agenda that there's a financial involvement, that you might have some type of financial organization that you belong to, that you might get some financial involvement. You do have the opportunity to recuse yourself from that vote and abstain from voting on that. There also might be some personal involvement. You then also have the opportunity to recuse yourself from those type of individuals, whether it be immediate yourself or a member of your immediate family. If you have any questions, you're always free to contact myself or our board attorney, where we could get a clarification on whether it is an actual conflict or not. So if you believe you're conflicted due to negotiations, we do have a couple board members who are conflicted for certain negotiations. please discuss that with our board attorney, and we'll get some advice on what you can and cannot do during the negotiations process. Okay? There is also the opportunity that we could, in addition to using our board attorney, we could go directly to the Ethics Commission and seek an advisory question with them as well. The doctrine of necessity, that would come into play if multiple members of the board are conflicted at the same time and we're not able to take action on something. We can invoke what is called the doctrine of necessity, which allows us to continue and function as a board as though those individuals weren't conflicted. Indemnification, boards must cover the costs related to defending a board member for any act of omission arising out of his or her official duties as a member of the board. So I think we all kind of know what's going on with ethics. The things are first of all, follow the Code of Ethics and the Ethics Act. If you have any questions, ask. There's no reason why, if you're reviewing an agenda or a specific topic that you think you might have a conflict, ask. It seldom happens, but it can, especially in such a small community as Kenilworth. So where do you go? We could go to as I said, we could go to our board attorney, Mr. Gagliardi, for further clarification, or the School Ethics Commission. Their information is listed there. Okay, and I think that is it. Okay? Any questions or discussion regarding ethics? No? Okay. Very good. Okay. Next up, we have resolutions to vote on. You're on the agenda.
Does that have a question on that?
Yeah, sure. Discussion, yeah.
I suppose this is the appropriate time to vote on it, but the April 3rd meeting says it's Monday, April 3rd. That's not the second Monday in April?
I think it's because of Easter week, right? I think the following week we're off.
Okay,
So you guys are off before Easter?
Yeah.
gotcha.
Right.
Okay, and then,
No, Easter would be
Oh,
that
Easter's the
following
9th.
Sunday would be the 9th.
Right. I
So
think
the
we're
10th,
off then.
They're off.
Gotcha.
and did we not discuss the 7 PM start time?
7 o'clock, yes.
Okay, because this is up here on the bottom.
Well, that's this meeting, right?
Well, here, he
No,
said he said
other than the number, that's the number one. That's tonight's meeting. It says number one. You see the little notation
Yeah,
there?
oh, gotcha.
Tonight's meeting was
Okay.
7:30, so yeah,
Copy
but at the
that.
top there, it says 7:30 in the beginning of that resolution.
Yep.
Okay?
I should have turned the page.
Okay. Any other questions regarding the resolutions on this evening? You all got the email that I sent this morning that changed the one meeting from the Tuesday to the Monday. Don't know how that happened, but it happened. So, any additional questions or discussion on the resolutions?
Right?
Excuse me? Yes.
So on this agenda for the disciplinary hearings, so we're gonna deliberate from 7 to 7:30 on here tomorrow?
Yeah, the committee will, yeah.
Oh, but the meeting's starting at 7, isn't it?
No.
The regular board meeting, am I
Not
Oh,
right?
the
you're right.
January
meeting is-
meeting.
Yeah, not the January meeting, right.
Am I all right? Thank you.
Yeah, that one I had previously advertised in December, so we didn't want to conflict everything, right.
February will be 7.
Just checking on you.
Starting with February, yep. Okay, any other questions on the 20 resolutions on this evening's agenda? Okay, this is for resolutions 1 through 20 on the agenda,
Wait, I need to vote on number 4 separately,
before separately.
because I still feel opposed to the moving the time to 7 o'clock.
Okay.
It's difficult for people sometimes work-wise, it's difficult for community members to get out, so.
Okay. We will vote on number 4 separately. So this is for 1 through 20 on the agenda excluding number 4. Finer,
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Ferrara,
Yes.
Haberthur,
Yes.
Ladati,
Yes.
Panici,
Yes.
Tiers,
Yes.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
Those motions carry unanimously. This resolution is for this vote is for resolution number 4 on the agenda. Biner?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Ferrara? Haberther?
Yes.
Ladati?
Yes.
Panici?
Yes.
Tiers?
Yes.
Zimmerman?
No.
Motion carries 7-1. Okay. We will now open the meeting to the public. Is there a motion to open the meeting to the public? All right, David, made by David, seconded by Ryan Haberther. Public comment is now accepted. The Board of Education sets the limit for the public to speak at the Board of Education meeting to 5 minutes per person unless prior permission has been granted by the Board of Education for extended time pursuant to Board of Education Policy 0167. Okay, no public is present, so is there a motion to close? Okay. Motion made by Mr. Haberther, seconded by Mr. David. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, ayes have it. We are now out of out of public session. We are now moving into a resolution to vote on for a closed session. Be it resolved, the Board of Education, that the Board of Education meet in private session from which the public shall be excluded, from which private discussions being held pursuant to Section 7B and 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act. The matters under discussion will be disclosed to the public as soon as final decisions are made and voted upon. The Board of Education will briefly be reviewing a student discipline matter in closed session and will take no action this evening. Is there a motion to go into closed session? Is there a second? Motion was made by Mr. David, seconded by Mr. Biner. All in favor? Okay, we're now in closed session. This will conclude the public portion of our meeting. So thank you and have a happy and healthy new year, everyone.